This goes out to all the guys who like to play basketball in the rain with no clothes on. This is for you. I know Jesus saves. I wish he'd save us from this podcast. I know he looks after you and me, but I wish he'd take us far away from here.
Unmute. How about that? How about that? How about hit the unmute button, Shorts? That'd be good. How about that? Oh my God, I'm gonna come. Yeah, that's not working.
Oh, great.
All right. You guys can hear us now.
You guys hear us?
Yeah. We're powering through. Hell yeah. You
Holla.
can definitely hear us now. I know you can hear us. You can definitely hear us now, right? Fuck.
Okay.
We're gonna edit this shit out.
Yeah. We'll edit that out.
Somebody please tell us you can hear us. Please, I'm begging you. Fucking please.
Oh, hell yeah, they can hear us. Richmond John says, mute it back. All right, dude. Yeah, so as you were saying, welcome to IDM episode 73.
Yeah, forget that story about the spider. Maybe we can tell you guys about that on the Patreon because it's definitely not worth rehashing. But we got to get to our shout outs before we welcome on our esteemed guest.
All right, let me pull that shit up, Jamie.
God damn it. We got our own headphones this week. I'd like to note that.
Big time P1 shout out.
Shout outs to AJ McCown, Alex Davis. Shout outs to Brendan Cooney. Brendan Smith. Shout outs to Brent Wenzel. Brian Altman. Shout outs to Brian Busties. Chris Hertel. Shout outs to Spence. Danny Loudermilk. David Slat. Shout outs to Don DeMarco. Ernesto Ladon. Shout outs to Craven Moorhead, James Faz. Shout outs to Jason Adams. Shout outs to Jen Montana. You know my name now. Give me my money.
I know that's right.
Shout outs to JP Flame, the dog.
Hell yeah.
Shout outs to Kevin Smith, Korean John. Shout outs to Chris Stein, Kyle Kogan. Shout outs to M_Jizzle. Shout outs to Matt Broderick, Matt Starcheck, and Matt Starcheck. Shout outs to Max has a 1-inch penis. Shout outs to Peter Rosencrantz. Shout outs to Reggie, Ron Mexico, Scope, Instagram.com/Brad Paints This. Shout outs to Sean Kibler. Shout outs to William, and shout outs to our guy Lubomir with the $10 shout out. You guys can subscribe to It Doesn't Matter on the Patreon app for $5, $8, or $12. It really depends on how much you want to support these fools in living out their dreams. That is the Patreon app. It Doesn't Matter podcast. Right there down below is the $12 tier. So shout outs to all you guys too. All right, let's get into it, bro.
Let's do it, dude.
We got to welcome our guest, John Cakes, Auville, Money Metal Cakes. What up?
Cheer.
What's up, boys?
There he is.
Please tell me you can hear us. I'm begging you.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, thank you.
There was
I can hear you over the ringing in my ears, which is always there. So yes, I can definitely hear you.
The tinnitus, yeah, we were worried about that. We did the first 5 minutes of the show with no sound, so
it was great.
Typical IDM Friday night.
Yeah. Now we're good.
Yeah, it's been a year that we've been doing this, and we can't figure out how to turn the mics on, but it's cool, dude. We're excited to see you.
That's your seasoned professionals, man. This is the way it works. Look, the Junks have been doing this for almost 30 years. We don't know shit about the technical side. If we had to go like behind the board, like what Valdez does, we'd be so just clueless and lost.
Yeah, but they don't pay you for that. They pay you for your shtick and your bits and your zings. I mean, honestly,
thank God, because I couldn't do all the buttons and the dials and it's
too much.
crazy.
Yeah.
I've had no desire to ever learn it either. Like, I just look at it intimidates me.
That's the thing I always try to like remind our listeners, the dogs out there. Shout outs to them too for supporting IDM and keeping us afloat.
By the way, I hope you guys are charging for shout outs. Please tell me you're charging.
Yeah, of course. Those are the dogs. You can see the little scroll. The little scroll at the bottom, that's the $12 tier. The shout outs we just read, that's the $8 tier. And of course, we got the $5 dogs. They all contribute. They all come together.
Monetizing, baby. I love it.
Thank you to them.
I appreciate that Cakes is a subscriber since day one. And he doesn't know the difference between the tiers because it tells me that he's such a good dude that he just like burns $5 every month.
Money.
In honor
I love you guys. You
of
guys
the CNO show. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I always try to tell the dogs out there that it's so like you just talked about how you guys have no idea how to like run a board or like turn on microphones. Like we had to do all this ourselves, and I'm not bragging. I'm not a braggart. I'm just saying it's kind of hard to figure this shit out. So it's very.
I know. I'm not as big a technophobe as Bishbucks as Jason Bishop. Like, I can do more tech stuff than him because he's the absolute worst. Like, if he has any sort of like roadblock or speed bump tech wise, his default is, well, I know a buddy's gonna come over and help me. Like, just come over and hook it up because he can't.
How about we did an entire episode with EB last week with the microphones turned off? We were talking into dead microphones. Bella's gonna be mad I brought that up on the show.
Dude, we're killing it, Junkies 2024, dude. It's fucking we're murdering.
If this one's going well, that just means all the kinks have been worked out in the previous ones, and this one's gonna go nice and smooth.
Yeah,
so we're good.
That's true. Yeah. Well, dude, I'm so excited to see you, man. I'm always happy when I see you. You're a good dude. I don't know if you saw. You did see.
Junkie, I retweeted that. I saw that.
I'm sorry, dude.
Nice out of 4. That's pretty good. I'll take second.
Yeah. Silver medal. That's not that bad.
Medals. I'm on the podium.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, our ultimate goal is to like pit the junkies against each other in like a bidding war to win the crown of nicest junkie. But honestly, two of them definitely won't give a shit.
Right. But it is good to see you guys, man. I mean, like I miss the Fairfax hangs. I know,
dude.
The hummus bit. And by the way, in the spirit of the hummus bit, I had to go out and get some Mediterranean hummus.
Give me a hell yeah, dude. What flavor is that? Is that
this is Mediterranean style hummus.
Oh, nice, dude. That's awesome, man.
It's pretty good, man. Gluten-free, vegan. Like, I don't care if it's vegan, but I mean, I think this is like one step above like Harris Teeter generic hummus. It was like 2 for $6. Like, I wasn't gonna go. I didn't go Sabra. I didn't go full like high end. I went like middle tier hummus.
Yeah, no, I respect that, dude. I respect that. You got to test the waters every once in a while.
Of course,
dude. I look back so fondly on the hummus bit and the mini fridge with the Coke Zeros for a quarter that you guys would buy. Not only because it was like the camaraderie in the office building, but also because Shorts and I were in the best shape of our lives. And life was just like great for us. You know, we just got the CNO show. We thought we were on our way to being the next Opie and Anthony.
You're ripped, you're jacked, you're probably working out together.
Everything was going well.
Fighting each other the whole night.
Yeah. And here we are now, 10 years later. But yeah, it's okay.
Do you guys always live on the couch together, or sometimes you guys you guys aren't always together, are you? Or like,
is this weird? Is this
we like to hold hands?
I just see you guys like in different like Zoom boxes.
Oh yeah, we do the Tuesday episodes in our own houses, but I feel like we agreed that like the chemistry, the back and forth is better when you're in the same room. So
definitely, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah,
like when we were doing the COVID show, it was like I was doing my spot from right where I'm at, and trust me, not having to wake up and drive in and then drive back every day, that part was great. But like, you do miss something when you're not in the same room together. It's just there's just like an ingredient missing.
those nonverbal cues. Yeah.
It took us basically a year to get here, so we're pretty smart guys.
You guys are making strides, man. I can tell you.
All right, should we give a shout out to our sponsor, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's.
All right.
Yeah,
All right. Why don't you?
You know I'm sponsor friendly, so please take care of this.
Hell yeah.
Good.
Shorts, you want to intro it real quick before I pull up the song?
Yeah, we gotta give a quick shout out to our guy Mike Cook, Money Mike Cook.
Well, tell Cakes what he's in for right now.
All right, Cakes. Well, our guy Mike Cook has been a longtime sponsor of IDM basically since the beginning. He's our sole sponsor, but he's the fucking man. He is a plumber out of Northern Virginia, and we've got a nice song that we whipped up for him here in the last couple of weeks. It is exclusively made by AI, Allen Iverson himself.
Okay.
And Othello is going to go ahead and sample that for you right here in a second.
All right, here we go. Let's play Money Mike's theme song.
In Northern Virginia, where the sun always shines, Money Mike, he fixes any kind of pipeline. He's got the skills and he's happy to see you. He won't judge you for having diarrhea. Money Mike's the sponsor of IDM's big show. Dial 703-501-1926. Let him know. Mention IDM, get 10% off your fee. He's a plumbing boss that gets sized in his pee-pee.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, so shout outs to Money Mike Cook.
What?
Bring the volume down a little bit. Mike is owned and operated.
It's pretty catchy. Like, look, I know people are freaked out by AI. Like, they think it's going to take over like the missile silos and launch the nukes. But like, that's pretty catchy. Like, you guys just put in some info about Money Mike. And it spit that out with the song and everything, like the music and the lyrics.
Well, I wrote the lyrics, but I put it into the AI generator, and I said, make a honky tonk country song for me.
And it just created a country song out of thin air.
Well, there were like 20 versions I had to go through before I got to this one. But yeah, dude, it's crazy.
It is pretty crazy.
It's amazing.
With the assumption being that Mike Cook likes country, which I'm going to assume he does not. Shout out to Mike Cook. He's owned and operated his small business all over Northern Virginia. For the past 20 years. He gives free estimates in person or over the phone. No job's too big or too small, so give Mike a call. Mention IDM for a 10% discount. He at 703-501-1926. That's 703-501-1926. Mike he does commercial and residential work. He does large jobs or small. He's licensed and insured. That's the important part. You need the guy to be licensed and insured to know that he means fucking business. Mike Cook is our guy. He's, again, operating all over Northern Virginia. Mention IDM for a 10% discount at 703-501-1926.
Hell yeah.
Shout outs to you. All right,
I just like how Shorts got completely hosed by the ad. Like the ad just completely obliterated Shorts, and Othello's still getting screen time. I like how that worked out.
That's what we're about on IDM.
Well, I try to tell my fiance, we'll call her.
Hold on, is that title like a bone of contention?
No, it's fine. We just have a different word that we use on the show, but we're trying to keep it somewhat clean for you, Cakes.
Yeah,
your pristine image.
We don't want to get in trouble.
And she was watching the show a couple weeks ago, and she goes, "Oh, I loved how when the Mike Cook sponsorship came up on the screen, you guys both peeked your head around the corner at the same time."
Yeah, we're still figuring this thing out.
All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, dude. All right.
So Cakes, what's been going on with you, man?
There's been a lot going on, man. With me in my personal life, you mean, or just like
what's on your mind? Yeah, what's happening?
My personal life, man, like my oldest kid moved down to North Carolina. He's like a full-blown doctor now. Like my wife and I are still like trying to come to grips with that.
Yeah, dude, can we talk about that real quick, dude? That's fucking insane, man.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. He lives with his girlfriend now down in Durham, and he works for the Carolina Hospital. I don't even know the exact. I should know the exact name, but he goes to different clinics throughout like Durham, Chapel Hill, Raleigh, all those spots, kind of around where he lives in Durham. So yeah, he's a resident down there. He'll be down there for at least 3 years. So he just moved down there last month. So that's
like good for him. But be honest, like, do you know, at the end of the day on a Sunday afternoon when you're just chilling, drinking a nice silly Siller Light,
right.
Are you thinking like, dude, my son's a doctor. Like I did all right. Like I hooked him a little bit.
Well, I mean, it's not just me. Like I'll
yeah.
Like Amy and I will be on a walk, and I'll just look at, she'll be like, "Hey, can you believe our son's is a doctor now?" I'm like, I was like, yeah, we do silly work together. Our DNA works. Like we're lucky, man. We have 3 really, really great kids, and like Kurt's down in Carolina. My daughter just graduated from Maryland last month. She's going to grad school.
Awesome.
And my youngest is going to be a junior at Maryland, so in the fall. So it's great for us because like they're 30 minutes away doing their own thing, but like if they want to come back and like be home, like we've got it good. Like they do their own thing in College Park, but they know they're always welcome back here. Whenever they want to come back. They're both living here for the 2 youngest ones are living here for the summer. So that's cool. So things are going well here.
Does the doctor to be Karting, does he know what kind of medicine he wants to be doing?
He's in family medicine. So he's starting off with OBGYN. I mean, he's getting thrown in the deep end, like delivering babies and like
Jesus. That sounds awful, dude.
I mean,
a part of it sounds pretty good.
It's pretty crazy, but like he knows his specialty, family medicine, and he's a full-on doctor now. He can write me scripts for Xanax. I mean, it's all good.
No, dude.
Not that he would.
Dude, I passed out when my daughter was born. It was just the blood and it was just disgusting. I mean, it was too much for me.
It just makes you realize what our wives are going through. Like, it's crazy. Like my wife had 3 C-sections, and I'm just freaked out watching what's going on. But like, she's the one's like really going through it. I'm just standing there like with white as a ghost with a vacant look on my face. Like
dude.
I didn't think I was gonna pass out ever, but it was just like you feel like you're trust me, I was too much of a pussy to ever be in the military, though my dad threatened me with it when I had really bad college grades. But I can imagine like that's the sort of shock like that soldiers might go through when they see like something on the battlefield. Like it's not that extreme, but like it's pretty extreme. Like when
it kind of looks like a head getting blown off.
Kind of it's kind of this crazy like surreal scene, like the fellow's been through it. I was there 3 times, obviously, and shout out to my wife and the fellow's wife. Like that's
dude, women are tough, dude. It's crazy. I had an ear infection last week, and I literally like considered killing myself.
I know, man. I feel like I've been lucky, like I'm 53, about to turn 54. Knock on wood, I haven't had any real health scares or anything, but like I'm not going to do well when I do get one, because like I got poison ivy like a month ago, and I get poison ivy. I get like bad case of it, but it's like, dude, it's poison ivy. You don't have, and I'm like I'm showing it to my wife. Like, oh my God, look at my finger. Look at big bubble on my finger. Just, like if I get cancer, if I get a stroke, I'm not gonna process it well. I know that. I just know it. I just know I'm gonna be a bad patient when there's a really bad diagnosis. So luckily none of that stuff's happened yet. It hasn't reared its head, but I mean, it will at some point, but like, I don't think I'm going to handle it very well when it happens.
No, I hope you're blessed by God. Cakes.
I hope so too, man. I hope so.
One of the listeners out there wants to know what you're drinking tonight. We normally call that something gram, but we're just gonna go ahead and call it a gram from Korean John. Shout outs.
All right, I'm drinking out of very controversial. Very controversial.
Uh-oh.
Change
the name
to
I'm
the
a wild man.
Good morning, Washington. Change the
Hey,
name.
Larry. It's,
Do you remember when
that was my favorite stuff at Fairfax, doing the Larry Michael bits? And let me just say it. Larry Michael was never anything but cool to us.
Yeah.
Like, especially when we were like first breaking in. He was cool to the junks. Like, he didn't have to be cool to us.
You're saying he didn't try to touch you?
He's not. I can't vouch for what he was doing when he wasn't hanging out with the junks. That's his own thing.
Allegedly.
I'm just telling you, when we had interactions with him, he was nothing but cool to us.
Yeah,
so
he's a
I'm
good
not
guy.
gonna slander him other than I'll do his voice. Hey, Othello. Yeah, I mean, Larry was cool to us, but I understand that he has a little bit of a checkered past. And as for what I'm drinking, this is very wimpy. This is Diet Citrus Lipton green tea.
Boo.
I may have to go get a beer to 'cause that's just bad. That's just terrible. I could have lied and said that this is, like, half filled with Scotty's vodka, but I didn't. I'm being honest, but I may have to go grab a beer out of the fridge to get a little bit of street cred back, because it's a Friday night. I should be full disclosure.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I did have 2 beers at the Craig Laughlin golf and pickleball event that I just got back from a couple hours ago. So nice. I did have a Yingling and a Stiller Light.
Hell yeah.
Can I ask you about the pickleball craze? Because you guys have been on this for years at this point. It feels like 5 years you guys have been talking about pickleball. And in that time, pickleball has exploded, right?
Yeah.
Now, we don't do sports on the show, but I am interested.
That's okay. That's cool. We barely do sports on our show.
Because
much to Jason Bishop's chagrin.
Yeah.
You don't do as much. You definitely don't do as much sports as he would like to do.
But like at Lifetime in Ashburn, they got rid of all the basketball courts for pickleball courts. Now, I can't really argue with that logically, because the pickleball courts are packed. The basketball courts weren't. But it's exploded so much so fast that I feel like, I don't know, like, is it really that fun? Am I completely missing out here? And is this thing going to be around for fucking ever, or is it just a fad? You've been talking about pickleball for like 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, 10 years may be a stretch, but I like the hyperbole. Look, here's the thing with pickleball. Like, I got exposed to it maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I'm not sure the exact timeline, but I used to play tennis growing up. I'd been out on tennis for a while, and I was like, this is kind of like a mix of tennis and ping pong. Like, it's not, you don't have to run all over the tennis court to play. It's on a compressed court. So like, as people get older and that, people in their 50s, 60s, 70s and beyond are looking for some sort of physical activity so their bodies don't completely atrophy and wither away. It's a good way to just get out and remain social with people, which I'll be honest, at times I struggle with. I'm not the most social guy. So it kind of opens up, avenues for you to meet people that like playing the same sport. I like it a lot. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. The funny thing is, like EB loves pickleball from the junks. Drab is like a tennis purist. So like there's some people that are like tennis purists that hate pickleball. They just hate everything it's about. They hate the noise that the ball makes when you play. They think it's a gimmick. They don't consider it a sport. And I can understand some of those, like, opinions, but like I like playing tennis and I like playing pickleball. I can do both. I'm not like, pickleball, you're taking over the tennis courts. It's like, okay, but nobody's using the tennis courts. Like you said, nobody's using those basketball courts at Lifetime Fitness. Like, maybe they shouldn't have taken them all away, but I can understand them like transitioning over to pickleball because it's like a super fast growing sport. I get it.
Yeah. All right, Cakes. Well, we normally do a segment on this show called Shorts on the Job Site.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay.
Now,
Right.
I thought that we could kind of segue into that with something I'm going to call Cakes and Shorts on the Job Site. Now, this is an old clip that I've got right here.
Mm.
And I wanted to see if, with your giant elephant brain, if you remember this happening. This was, I believe, our guy Dan Helly recapping Wizards Media Day, maybe circa 2011, at Verizon Center.
Okay.
It was called at the time. Let's see if this brings back any memories for you.
Okay.
And
All right.
let me
Let's
know
see.
if you can't hear it.
Yeah.
Turn it up.
Force them out for Jim Vance.
Guys.
Legend.
Now, can you hear that, Cakes?
It's very faint, but I
It's
can
low
make it
level.
make
Got it.
Dan Helly so handsome.
Beautiful,
Magruder
man.
Colonel. Look at that guy.
who some have called the fastest man in the NBA, going to be in the skills competition. So they had a media skills competition, and it was.
I think I know what's coming here. Oh, look at JaVale McGee. Look at Ernie Grunfeld. Oh my God, this is like time warp.
This is part of the skills challenge after dribbling.
Is that you, Shorts?
No, that's Dan Helly. He's giving himself some
okay.
shine.
That was good
Yeah,
form.
look at that. You know what? He's super handsome. He deserves to miss a few shots. I love Dan Helly. Come on. He's weak with the t-shirt cannon too. What is he doing? There's Buck. Now that's short. That's my guy. That is the worst. Hold on. Can you rewind that? That was the worst layup I've ever seen.
That's silly form, dude.
All right.
Oh man, what are your legs doing in that clip, man? I could watch, fellow. I could watch that.
No, dude.
I could watch that 1,000 times.
Dude, one more time. One more time.
All right,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
more. All right.
This is so great.
Nice form.
Scissoring his legs as he goes up for a bad layup. Oh man,
With nobody defending.
no.
Dude, that's the 720 baller.
I always get confused. That's G-Man, right? There's G-Man and there's G-Wiz.
Yeah, that's G-Man. G-Wiz is the wizard.
G-Wiz is the big goofy looking mascot. All right.
Who's that?
Just some donk.
Don't know who that is. That's Shorts. I know that. I know
Dude,
that
be
guy.
honest. Be honest. Pause it real quick. Be honest.
Yeah.
Are you doing a bit like
No, dude. I'm
with the
just-
layup?
Dude,
and that?
Othello, I'm telling you, it's everybody like goofs on people who can't dunk off the trampoline. It's
Yeah.
fucking way harder than it looks. Because I'm sure that my video is on here and I eat it just like Shorts did and just like
Really?
this poor bastard did. It's way harder than it looks unless you're Kevin Schaefer or fucking Frank Hanrahan,
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
super athlete, like
Taking it
you
serious.
like the Kevin Schaefer. Kevin Schaefer is like the king of the trampoline dunk. He's
Kevin
like
and Rock.
he's like the LeBron James of trampoline dunking.
Yeah.
And Shorts and I are not. I can just tell you that. We were pretty terrible. We were a special brand of terrible at it.
I was shocked to find that I still had this video on my phone. I don't really know how this ends, to be honest with you.
Oh my god.
That's okay.
Is that Robert Bodie?
No, that's I think it's Ivan Carter. He used to be on like
Oh yeah, I remember that guy.
Oh,
CSN
yeah.
Washington.
I'm gonna.
Is that Big Tigga?
Yeah.
Oh
that's a guy,
shit.
Big Tig.
You know he's done that a million
Man.
times.
Yeah. Oh, thankfully my horrible dunk attempt isn't there. But Othello, the worst takeaway from that whole media day thing, and I'm pretty sure it was that one, was when Shorts bothered John Wall for a picture
Mhm.
with me, Shorts, and John Wall. And Othello, do you think John Wall wanted to take a photo with the guy sitting 1 foot to your left and this guy? You think he wanted to take a photo with us?
Oh, dude, I met John Wall's rookie year, and he was not very friendly. So
No
no
chance.
chance.
Didn't want anything to do with it, but he was, I guess he was nice enough to say yes. And then Shorts and I know that I posed for the photo like this. like say John Wall's here. I forgot all that our good friend Brett Oliverio taught me about posing for a picture, where you got to have your chin up a little bit, you got to chin up, you got to stick your head out a little bit. Yep. Of course, I think I had my arm around Shorts or John Wall, whichever. Probably John Wall, because come on. I was in love with John Wall. Who wasn't?
I know. Yeah.
And then I did this with my face. I gave myself I did this. And it was a picture that I don't know, just it haunted me for like a decade. it would pop up on like the station website, or it was on Twitter all the time. It's like, oh my God, please make that picture just go away, and so nobody can ever see it again.
I think I remember Shorts' he was like kneeling down in front of you guys in that picture.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah,
and he had like this like I'm gonna puke face on. Right? Oh, there it is. Yeah, send it to me, dude. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, please put up that picture. That picture is a freaking gold mine. I mean, Shorts is doing a wacky bit. I have 12 chins. John Wall looks like he'd rather be anywhere else on the planet but hang out with us and taking a picture.
That was when we were trying to jump on the trampoline. That's when we literally saw John Wall and JaVale McGee literally rolling on the floor laughing. It was like right when that ROFL thing started happening. But man, that was a lot of fun. It was always so much fun. Like we did so many bad appearances and stuff like that. That was not one of them. And it was always so much fun when I got to be lucky enough to be teamed up with my main man Cakes like that. So
yeah, dude.
Fun.
You know, we had some good time. We had a lot of good times back at, especially when we were at like mostly at Fairfax. Like specifically, I remember like the Borgata road trips were always a blast. Like,
oh yeah, Runnymede. Like, you love Runnymede.
Driving through Runnymede, New Jersey. I can't believe you still pulled that after all these years. But you know, just like hanging out at like the Gypsy Bar and just, you know, like doing dinners at the Borgata and going on a road trip and, you know, just hanging out with everybody from the station, kind of, you know, outside of your comfort zone and meeting up with listeners that would drive down from Jersey or Pennsylvania or, you know, New York. Or it's just good times, man. It was fun times.
Remember when Valdez was trying to show everybody how impressive he is at like eating crabs at like one of those Borgata dinners, like fancy Borgata dinners, and he like choked on his dinner and it went from like being
crabs. So that is very it would be very on brand for Valdez to choke on like a crab claw, but he's such an expert when it comes to crabs that would probably never happen. He definitely tried to ruin the evening by not chewing his steak properly, and he swallowed a big hunk of it and couldn't get it down his gullet, and basically was choking out in the restaurant.
I just remember
Homestead, like a fancy ass restaurant, like just causing a massive scene.
I just remember it was like typical Valdez. Like he was like, "Hey guys, watch me eat this thing" or whatever, you know. And he was like being all braggadocious,
trying to big time a little bit.
And then it went from like kind of funny and lighthearted to like, "Oh my god, is he gonna fucking die right in front of us?"
Everybody thought it was just going to be like, everybody thought it was like some sort of a bit, but then then you're like, oh, this thing's turning serious. This is not good. This thing's going sideways.
Would have been so much better if he had died.
Oh my god!
No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking, guys.
All right,
now that the picture is up, I forgot just all the different levels of. I forgot Shorts doing the shtick of kneeling down. I forgot I was giving a thumbs up. That's just a terrible picture. And John Wall just looks like.
Why is he so upset about it?
He's so
I don't know. He's very upset.
It's like he's holding the zero for you guys.
Well,
you know?
I can tell you why he's upset, because he was clearly told by the team, "Hey, John, we know it's your off day or whatever, but would you be okay with coming to media day and watching a bunch of goofy sloppy media members try to dunk a basketball off the trampoline?" And he's like, "Why would I want to do that? Why on earth would I want to be there?" So that I understand his look. I kind of get it.
Dude, this picture combined with my interaction with him where LeVar and Dukes, we were broadcasting live from the MCI Center or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And we were in we were by like practice, and different players were coming out to sit at the table and talk to LeVar and Dukes. And the whole day, everyone's like, "All right, John Wall, he's about to come. He's about to come up to the table. Yeah, I'm gonna come." And he finally gets to the table, right? We talked to Andre Blatch. We've talked
lucky
to
you.
all the sillies. And then John Wall finally comes up, and he walks up to the table during a commercial break. And
you guys bad Jahidi White? Were you able to get him?
Jahidi, ho.
And he walks up to the table and sits down, and LeVar's like, "Hey, LeVar was like trying to be like the guy who's still an athlete,
Sure, yeah, of course."
And he'd be like, "Hey, what's up, man? How's practice going?" And John Wall was like, "That's good." And then he just turns around, complete 180 in his chair, and gives LeVar his back and just starts texting on his phone. LeVar was like, "This motherfucker." Man. And then so like for the rest of the time that I did the show, LeVar hated him, and I did too, to be honest.
So he just answered one question with 2 words, and then like he sat there like
that was during the break. During the break, he was like,
Okay.
I'm not gonna bullshit with you guys during the break." But
right.
And LeVar was like trying to be chummy with him.
Yeah. He couldn't even fake like
yeah
fake conversation for 5 minutes during a radio break.
So that combined with this picture that I saw, I was like, man, this guy sucks, dude. Yeah, stinks.
Those LeVar and Dukes live broadcast kicks, I know you weren't like privy to them, but they were a lot of fun too. Like I remember Chad, our guy Chad Dukes, asking this like really intricate question to like a hockey guest right outside of like Verizon Center or whatever the fuck it's called now.
Yeah.
It was a great fucking question. He hit the post. He nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
And then after he asks it and the guy's answering it, he writes down on a piece of paper to Othello, he goes, "I didn't watch one fucking game all year."
That's a good bit.
Hey, still got a good question out.
So great.
Right?
All right, dude. That is that's been enough of a build up to the segment of the week that everybody loves, that everybody likes to hear. Let's go ahead and play the sounder for Shorts on the Job Site.
By the way, let me just
Shorts on the Job Site.
Was that also created by AI, or is that like?
Yeah,
human?
It was.
Okay.
I took Speedy Gonzalez's friend, Slowpoke Rodriguez, and I got
love
some
Slowpoke Rodriguez. I love
the
don't mess with him. He's got a gun. That's a great bit.
Right. And I got some clips of his voice and put it in there, and I put the script, and that's what they call him.
By the way, how I mean, it's funny. Don't get me wrong. But how racist is Speedy Gonzalez and Slowpoke Rodriguez?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're talking
like
about
the most racist thing ever.
They're talking about eating like hot tamales all the time. Yeah, it's crazy. But honestly, after being around the boys from down south on the job site all the time, I think they would probably appreciate it. Like they seem to have a pretty good sense of humor.
Yeah,
right.
About themselves. So I don't think that they would be offended by it. But that brings us back to the whole name.
Cakes, how much do you know about Shorts' new job?
I don't know a lot about it, but I mean, I've seen pics of him on Twitter, like taking pics from a roof, and I mean, I'm seeing this picture of him, like looks like he's. I mean, I'm not a handy guy, in case you guys didn't know that.
I'm not either.
Like he's spreading some. Is this about to be turned into asphalt? I don't know. I don't know what's happening in this picture.
Yeah, it definitely
Am
is.
I close?
Yeah, you're pretty close. That's like spreading gravel around that will become asphalt.
Okay. You know what? I was pretty close on that. That's pretty good.
Honestly, Cakes, every single day that I work this job, and shout outs to Bob Scheidler of Scheidler Construction. As Othello points out on IDM often, he deserves a tax credit for hiring.
He probably does. That's
because I might be missing, I don't know, maybe not a chromosome, but something. I'm missing something that doesn't.
But you know what, Shorts? I will give you credit. You're obviously going way outside of your comfort zone and trying to like learn a new skill and new skills, which are important. Like I wish I was handy, but I wasn't like raised in a household where my dad was showing me how to do stuff and how to be handy. And like, I'm not blaming my dad. It's just like my kids are not handy because it's just not a skill that I have that I can pass down to them. But like you're open to learning it. So I give you props, man. I give you credit for that.
What's fun plus, as you know, like radio doesn't really equip you for any other life skills besides talking into a microphone, and even that could be suspect.
That is correct. You're very dead on about that.
So it's cool to learn some shit.
Should we bring in the surprise guest before we play this best of? All right, let's do that. Welcome to the show. The one, the only, mega fan, super fan, P1 of all P1s, Rom.
Oh,
here.
now you're ruining my Friday night.
You doing, Cakes?
The Rom-free zone.
Hey, Cakes.
Up, man?
Cakes, you mentioned.
Hey, at least I don't have to look at him.
Oh, you can't see me?
I can't see you. You may want to hook up your camera.
No, you can't see it?
Yeah. Wait, do you guys see me?
Yeah,
I see myself.
I see you.
Hey, you know what? I'm okay with not seeing you. I know what you look like. Okay?
I think the fans
know exactly what you look like, Ron.
You see him now?
Now I see him.
All right.
No.
Oh my God! How old is that T-shirt that you're wearing, Ron?
Dude, I had to dust it off.
That is so funny.
By
the way, Othello and blue shorts. I have to tell you, the most embarrassing thing that's happened to me probably in the last 10 years was Rom challenged me to play him in table tennis or ping pong. And I mean,
pickleball.
I just kind of scoffed. I was like, Rom, like he can't be good at table tennis. Like, I'm not Frank Caliendo level, but like I grew up playing ping pong. Like I dicked around like in high school, played with JP all the time, like every night for like 3 straight years. So I'm decent. I go to Rom's place and he fucking waxed me, destroyed me. And I was like,
just to be clear, you said waxed, not whacked.
Waxed, WAXED, just pummeled me.
He hustled you,
and I was embarrassed. I was like, I lost to Rom in table tennis. It doesn't get much worse than that. And it wasn't even close. It's embarrassing. I mean, losing to that guy in anything is fucking embarrassing. I'm sorry. It just is. But I have to wear that. I have to own that.
He's literally holding a table tennis paddle right now and making a shitload of noise.
It's really noisy.
I know. I mean, he's smacking my bobblehead on the. I understand. I get it. It's good. It's good shtick.
Hey, Cakes, you're. I guess they said at the beginning of the show you're a $5 donee, right, for the IDM boys.
Yeah,
I believe that's the level I'm at. I can always upgrade. I can always.
Well, I'm just saying. So that sounds that $5 sounds familiar. Sounds like you treat them, or for the junks listeners in the know, that's basically you're considering them or interpreting them as a housekeeper level.
You're going a long way for the whipping off the page.
A bit of a stretch.
That took so long to get to that joke. It's not even funny.
Oh, it's pretty funny.
All right, Rob.
All right, go ahead.
Before we get to you and your shtick and your bits, I wanted to finish out this Shorts on the Job Site segment real quick.
Sir.
Let me pull this up. All right, so Ram, I don't know how much you heard, but Shorts does construction now. He's the only white guy. Well, besides the owner of the company, he's the only white guy on the job site.
Shout out to the whites.
Yeah. So, so we put together a best of for you guys, so you could quickly just see what he's been up to the past 6 months.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
all right. Here we go.
Jesus. Short, you licensed to use tools like that?
No. No.
Oh my goodness. So unlike Money Mike, you're not bonded and insured, huh?
No, I'm not. 703-501-1926. Is that like Dumbo drop music or whatever it is?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Othello, the best has to be right there. The mini excavator, like that's the best. That thing looks barely bigger than like a Matchbox toy. And look at you.
It's a Tonka truck.
My big fat body. My big fat body just resting on top.
But hey, Shorts is way handier than me, and I know I know Rom can't do any of that.
Well, I wouldn't even try.
No,
that looks
no
pretty
chance.
That looks scary.
By the way,
not lose a finger, man? Jesus.
Can I bring up? These are all like job fails, by the way. That's the tiniest shovel of all time. But can I bring up that I lived next to Rom for like 4 years, and we never hung out one single time.
Well, I don't even think I knew you lived there until you moved, and I saw your girlfriend or fiance, I guess now,
whatever,
at the Matchbox, and then she texted you, and I was like, wait, where is he? It's like you live around the corner. And then I think that's after you moved. I mean, that's like a decade ago now, but that was unreal. I didn't know you lived there.
It was like 3 years ago.
It's hard to hang out when you're over 30.
3 years ago? Okay.
It is.
Anyways.
I agree, Othello. Like if you're over 30 and you got kids, especially multiple kids, there's not that much hanging out.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean it's like a disaster no matter who you're with or where you go.
Yeah, Shorts.
Kids are going to be doing. Yeah.
Well, Cakes, okay. I'm kind of embarrassed to say this on the show, but might as well because I've already started. But okay, so I didn't ask you or JP this because I was over 2 and feeling very, very defeated. But ask me how fast when I asked Lurch and Eric if we could do the show live from their house, how quickly they said no.
Oh, I'm sure that was shot down with the quickness. I'm gonna guess Jason shut it down the quickest, and then Eric might have opened up a little sliver, but then slammed the door shut.
It was down with the quickness.
Yeah. Did Bish actually say no, or did he actually do it short and then followed it up with right after I banged Blake Lively, which he did to me once when I asked him.
Right, because you have a lot of experience in this. No, he actually did have like a legitimate excuse. He had family or something over at his house. Besides his normal family, like other
his wife's family, yeah.
But no, it was
dude. Jason gets sized for IDM. Like I know he played it. Like when he brought it up on the junks, he was like, "Whatever, I'll give those guys an hour a year." And he was, kind of big timing a little bit. But dude, if you listen to the segment, he was like, he got a little butt sized in his penis. For this show, and he said that next year he wants to like come to Shorts' house and do the show, from Shorts' basement. So we'll see what happens.
Well, that's if you guys don't retire before then.
Hey, dude, I've got a kid in college. I've got a kid in grad school. There's no imminent retirement happening over here.
Yeah.
All right. Let me amend.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me amend. That's if he doesn't retire.
If he were to retire early, that's the more likely scenario. If I had to guess, and that's
we're just guessing here, guys.
Yeah,
we're just fucking.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows the future. What the future holds.
So we did want to ask you about Cakes, and Ram. Obviously, you can participate too, but we had a couple of questions about. There's a game you guys used to play. Obviously, it's probably not kosher these days, so we're not going to play that. But Othello, if you could bring up the clip of you guys were talking just this morning about Matthew Stafford.
Oh,
and his wife. And I just want to play the clip for you because Cakes, I know you talked about it, but I don't even know if you've actually seen the video.
Okay.
So judge from there and then kind of get your reaction after that. But yeah, again, Matthew Stafford's wife was on a podcast. I think it was like the host was like the former guest of like The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, one of those shows. So you actually probably do know her. But here's what she said on this podcast. Again, this is Matt Stafford's wife.
Wait, so was he trying to casually date and you were all in?
Yeah, girl.
Anyways, long story short, it wasn't that cute of a relationship at first. I hated him. I loved him. I dated the backup to piss him off, which worked.
Yes.
He was like,
That'll do it.
He was the bad boy too. Like Matthew's so sweet and Southern gentleman and all that stuff. And the backup was the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Ooh, and it upset him. So they lived in the same dorm because athletes lived in the same dorm, and he would see my car there. And so at one point,
you want to stop?
And
I can stop.
All right, Rom, go ahead.
Oh shoot! Oh shit! Sorry, I forgot I was.
You were talking to your kid.
This is what happens when you invite Rom in. It's just
bombardment.
You know what? I'm gonna do the show a big favor right now. I'll just tire myself.
That's never happened in history.
Right.
You can tell he does not care about the show.
Yeah, this is shocking. The guy who loves attention more than anybody else on the planet is just pulling the plug.
Yeah, one thing that overrides is the daughter. So I gotta go take care of this.
Right.
So keep up the great work, guys.
All right, have fun in the gulag, Rom.
That's right. I'm already in the gulag. I'll see you on the table tennis courts.
Oh yeah, I'll never play him again. Never.
You're out of here.
Followed me out in my car and wouldn't get out. And he was like,
"This is so hot."
I was like, "This is amazing. It's working."
Yeah.
I was get out of my car, and he was like, he's not right for you." And I was like, what? You can't tell me that.
Okay. So the question is,
we talked about this on the show, and I completely agree with Drab T-shirts opinion here. Like, why is she even bringing? Like, why is she bringing that up? Like,
that's
Matt Stafford doesn't say jack. Like, all he does is go out and throw touchdowns to Puka Nacua, and like win Super Bowls and collect millions and millions of dollars from being an NFL quarterback. And I just don't understand why his wife is just airing that something that happened. I don't know. What is that? 10 years ago? A dozen years ago? Like, you just, if you're Matt Stafford and your wife's just airing that laundry, aren't you like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Right?
Like she's whoring him for
she's
whoring him for no reason. But I guess that's kind of bad wording on my part. But if you had to place a wager, if I were to ask you the question W or B, which would you guess?
W or B? Hold on.
Do the listeners know what you're talking about, dude?
Why am I not tracking? W or B? Wait a second.
Can we just say it, dude?
I know what you're saying. I've got it. Okay,
you got to explain it to the listener. But does Bob know what W or B is?
No, it's fine.
You asking if Kelly Stafford is that?
Yeah.
W or B?
Yeah. In college.
Oh, in college.
Yeah. Now again, she's
promiscuous or
yes. Exactly.
I've got to piece my way through that. Let's work our way through this.
All right. So she's
obviously attractive.
Cheerleader,
SEC school.
Hanging out with multiple quarterbacks on the same team at the same time.
Oh my God.
Say
that's trifling, dude.
I mean, look, I don't know exactly what happened, but when she said she dated the backup quarterback to get Matt Stafford's attention,
that's crazy.
What do you think? What do you think that means? Like, if you dated somebody in college, what did that generally mean?
If I had to guess, she's not a bore for people who can't track along in the comments.
I'll just do this.
Good.
W. Not a bore, but definitely a W.
Flash up the W. I'm just That's what I'm gonna go with.
Cakes,
That's
I
my
appreciate
vibe.
you. I appreciate you deciphering Shorts's hidden code over here.
Yeah,
But
it took me a while, but I got he left enough breadcrumbs there for me to figure it out.
we got D Woods, longtime Junkies listener, who says I'm lost. So if he's lost, of course the people who don't remember this game show from the Junks have no idea what you're talking
about. By the way,
about.
we haven't been able to play that game show on the air for.
Which is why I didn't say the fucking name.
I know, but dude, we're doing a podcast for listeners who have no idea what you're talking about, dude.
Dude, you had me throwing out hypotheticals that we can't even say on the radio.
Well, you could have given like synonyms for the words.
I do like that this segment has led to infighting.
Yeah.
That's what I do like. I do appreciate it. Fighting is always good. People always remember the fights.
You know what I think? I think that these wives and girlfriends of these famous athletes, I feel like they often have a chip on their shoulder because they're seen as like in the shadow of the megastar that they're dating. So they take any opportunity they can. I mean, after everything's the dust settles and they already have a ring and they're already secure, they take any opportunity they can get to kind of like save face a little bit and kind of shit on the dude. So that might be what's going on here.
Yeah, I think there's like a lot of like there's definitely a huge part of them that wants to get a part of the shine the second they can. And I feel kind of because I'm not trying to say that like she's like just trying to get clout, but it feels like she is.
But I mean, it also depends on what sort of woman it is. Like some women just they're cool with their husband being in the spotlight and being the star, and they're just flying under the radar.
Yeah,
some women are like that. Other women, like you said, they want some of their shine. They're like, oh, Matt Stafford's getting all the attention. Like I'm, and then they become a mini version of Rom. They want some attention, and they'll say something kind of outlandish to get that attention.
Yeah.
Or like Shorts calling into the Junkies like 2 weeks ago.
Probably like that. I heard through the grapevine that Drab was kind of pissed.
Yeah, he was a little.
And you guys can kinda like more than kinda. Like
you guys can hear more about that on our Patreon.
Yeah. Charge extra for that. That's charge extra worthy.
All right, should we let this guy go? I know he's a busy man. Is there anything else we want to talk? Oh, can we just go through it? Cakes, were you there at the was it 20 what year was the earthquake in Northern Virginia? Do you remember what I'm talking about? Shoot.
There was definitely an earthquake that
2011.
Hit the region, hit like Northern Virginia, it hit here in Montgomery County. I mean, I kind of remember that day.
You weren't at the station though, were you?
No, I think it happened after like in the afternoon, like show was done.
Okay.
I was just like at home. Like I think my youngest kid was like at summer camp, and
now he's a junior in college.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even feel it. I don't know about you guys, but like I heard about it on the news, but like,
our guy Ron Mexico requested that we talk about it, but we'll save it for the straight round. How about the car crashing into the radio station? Can we go through that real quick?
Yeah, that happened at
insane.
That happened in Poor Noodles was his nickname. Noodles. I don't even.
Adam Gracia.
Adam Gracia.
Yeah.
He was filling in, producing for you guys, and I think it was a drunk guy. I'm pretty sure it was a drunk guy.
I don't even know. Like I don't even know what that dude was doing. Like I don't know if he was hammered. I don't know if he just like it was raining outside a little bit, so the road was slick. Like he was either drinking or he just went through that light too quick and lost control of the car, and then just hopped the sidewalk, dodged a tree, and then crashed right into Bob's Bob's Building in Fairfax.
All right, Bob.
It's one of my better impressions, but it's very inside. Like most people don't get this voice that I'm doing. And I was very upset when the car crashed through mine and Tom's building.
He gets uncomfortable
very
on the air. He doesn't like to be on the radio.
I get very uncomfortable on the air. That's Bob, the building, one of the building owners back at 10800 Main Street in Fairfax.
Yeah, I think the guy was drunk because there was like 20 feet of runway between the street and the actual building, and the guy came crashing directly through the call screening.
And
building.
it was crazy, man. Like if you go back and look at the picture from the outside of the building, from where the car entered the building, it's a borderline miracle that the car was able to make it, because he had to like thread the needle between, there was a big ass tree on the left.
Yeah.
And there was something else on the right that kind of like was preventing him from getting to that spot. But somehow he got to that spot, and I thought like a plane had crashed into the into the building. Like you've never heard a sound so loud. Like, cause think about it, like you're just like we were, I don't know how far away were we? We were 30 feet away, 30, maybe 35 feet away. And all of a sudden a Honda Civic is in the building. There's bricks, there's glass, there's metal that was holding the glass in place, shooting through that side studio. And look, Noodles is lucky to escape. Like I think if he was sitting in the normal spot, he would have been run over.
Oh, he would have been toast.
Oh yeah.
He would have been pwned. Like
the reaction was full Jesse Ventura, like
to this day, JP will never let us.
Yeah, jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams.
The building pancake down on top, the floors on top of each other. Like
they were
former junkies.
Explosives.
So we don't cars in the building, and then like EB and I are like taking, we got our phones, we're like taking pictures to put it on Twitter, and JP's trying to help the guy out, and EB thinks the guy has a bomb. EB thinks the guy's like he's somehow targeted 10800 Main Street to blow up with a car bomb, and I was like, dude, this guy doesn't have a car bomb. He's just hammered.
Zero chance, because when he crashed the car, I'm pretty sure I heard this.
That's what you heard coming out of the car.
Yeah. We don't do politics. We don't do sports on the show, but I'm pretty sure I heard that music coming out of this car.
But we did have one last question we wanted to ask you, Cakes.
Fire away.
We wanted to do an impromptu pie or poo. This is one more song we got for you. This is our Patreon exclusive song. This kind of fires us up, which we're going to, the dogs, the IDM listeners are going to hear it in about 10 minutes, probably.
By the way, I'm still upset that I think it was Jason that led the charge to switch the name of that segment from Hit or Hurting to Pie or Poo. Pie or Poo is a terrible name. Bad name. In my opinion.
Hit or Hurting. Here we go.
All
right. So this is our Patreon intro song.
All right.
You listen to it, judge it honestly. You don't have to
Golden
feel
ears.
bad.
Golden tinnitus ringing ears right here.
Thank you.
All right, here we go.
Formerly known as the Y Educate Train. It's just for the dogs. Congratulations. Every week we hit our contractual obligations. Let's go behind the paywall and talk that shit. We used to play porn till our YouTube got hit, but we still get crazy. Pull a seat up, living dangerous like shorts, trying to put the heat up. We talk pussy, silly, hits on radio. Downstairs, boy, upstairs, radio. County duties, so dick is shrinking, twisted.
I've heard enough.
The verdict?
Boom!
Grand slam! Grand slam!
That is a hit, my friends.
Hell yeah, dude.
Grand slam!
That is a hit. Is that another AI Diddy?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Dude, it's over for musicians.
Yeah,
It might be.
Right.
Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they don't replace wackadoo DJs. But musicians, their days may be numbered.
A computer
That's
made
sad.
that in 5 seconds.
Sad state of affairs.
All right,
But
Kate.
like it's pretty catchy. I'm not gonna lie.
We're so honored that you spent an hour of your Friday night with us. We really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I know that you guys don't just sit around doing random podcasts on Friday nights. So I honestly, we're so fucking overjoyed by it. So thank you so much for joining IDM.
Boys, I appreciate the invite. Never hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to do it whenever. And I'm glad there was audio and video. There were no real snafus aside from Rom being booked and then pulling the plug in his own appearance. What a weirdo. That doesn't make any sense.
He's definitely not invited back for June Keys 2025.
Sometimes that guy doesn't make any sense. But
With
thank
You're
you
the man,
guys
dude.
again for having me.
I
miss
know this
hanging
is
with you
annoying,
guys.
man. I know it's annoying to grasp at you guys once a year, but we appreciate that you guys act like you're not bothered by it.
The month of
means a lot to us.
Junkies.
Hell yeah, dude.
Month of
Yeah,
Junkies.
that's right.
You gotta be on in the month of Junkies.
Damn straight,
Right?
dude.
Hell yeah, that's clean. We got it. That's clean. That's clean.
All right, boys.
If
Thank
you
you
could just
again.
add I'm Money Metal Cakes. All right. Thanks, Cakes. I
All right,
appreciate it,
player.
man. Love you.
Later,
See you, dude.
boys.
Peace.
Peace. Oh,
Right.
yes. Yep.
All right.
All right, guys. We will catch you on the Patreon. Again, patreon.com/IDM pod. You see the URL at the top of the screen or the bottom, somewhere in there.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here, man. We will catch you in about 5 minutes on the Straight Treon.
Yeah, we're going to keep rolling. See you guys.
Till then, peace.
Peace.